Imagine this. You're sitting in a small boat, gliding slowly through the winding channels of the Louisiana swamps. Night has fallen. A thick fog hangs in the air, with cold mist rising from the surface of the water. Around you, there's nothing but the croak of frogs, the drone of insects, and the soft dip of the paddle stirring the dark water. Suddenly, in the distance, a light appears. Small, faint like a candle someone has just lit. But it doesn't stay still. It floats, shifting from green to yellow, sometimes flickering playfully. And then, it begins to move. Would you be curious enough to follow it? The Cajun people call this strange light Feu Follet, the swamp's ghostly flame. And tonight, I'll take you deep into the legend, where science and mystery intertwine, to hear the stories that have haunted and fascinated generations in Louisiana. The Louisiana night and its ghostly glow. By day, the swamps of Louisiana are alive, alligators basking on the mud banks, white herons gliding across the sky, and cypress trees stretching their roots like giant legs. But at night, everything changes. The landscape sinks into an eerie silence. It's in that silence, the Cajuns believe, that Feu Follet appears. It isn't like a fisherman's lamp, nor a campfire's glow. It hovers, swaying without wind. This light seems to have a soul, tempting, pulling wanderers to follow it against their will. In Cajun culture, the word follet means foolish or lost, a warning about those who naively chase the light. Yet behind that meaning lies a deeper belief, that Feu Follet is the restless soul of someone who died in the swamps, unable to find their way to the afterlife. A journey from Europe to the New World. Legends of ghost lights are far from unique to Louisiana. In England, it's the will-o'-the-wisp, a mischievous spirit carrying a torch. In Ireland, it becomes the jack-o'-lantern, a tormented soul doomed to wander forever. The French, too, have their own tales. Their own tales took root here, and when the settlers arrived in Louisiana, the legend sank deep into this mist-filled land. But in Louisiana, it was more than just a strange phenomenon. It became part of Cajun spiritual life. People believed that Feu Follet could be the ghost of a child who died young, a sailor drowned at sea, or a trader left to rot in the swamp. All of them condemned to wander forever, with only a small flame as their companion. These stories were passed down through generations, not simply to entertain, but to warn the young. Never follow the light at night. For if you do, you will never return. The hunter Etienne. One night, Etienne went duck hunting late. As darkness fell, he saw a flickering yellow glow ahead. Thinking it was his fellow hunter's lantern, he followed. But the light kept retreating, pulling him deeper into the swamp. 3 days later, they found him, exhausted and half-mad. Etienne swore. That was no human light. It was like an invisible hand dragging me farther and farther. The missing bride? Marie, a young Cajun bride-to-be, vanished the night before her wedding. Witnesses said they saw a green light leading her toward the swamp. The next morning, all they found was her white bridal veil caught in the branches of a tree. Marie herself was gone, as if the light had carried her away to another world. Lights on the Mississippi. Sailors tell of nights when ships pass through New Orleans and dozens of green flames dance upon the river's surface. Some even swear they've heard sorrowful singing, like a haunting chorus carried from the past. They believe these are the souls of the drowned, returning to remind the living of the price of recklessness. When science tries to explain, scientists say these ghost lights come from methane and phosphine gases rising from decaying bodies of animals, igniting when exposed to air. Others argue it could be an optical illusion, moonlight refracted by mist. But for the Cajuns, science falls short. Because the lights don't just appear, they entice. Many claim to feel hypnotized, compelled to follow. And that's something science has never explained. To them, Feu Follet is the meeting point of life and death, proof that the swamp is not just land and water, but a realm of wandering souls. Symbol and message. Feu Follet is not merely a tale to frighten children. It is a metaphor for curiosity and temptation. Whoever follows the light becomes lost, just like those who cannot resist the pull of forbidden desire. For the Cajuns, it is also a reminder to respect nature. The swamp is vast, beautiful, yet perilous. Survival belongs to those who know their limits and who turn back when they must. And deeper still, Feu Follet symbolizes restless spirits, reflecting the Cajun faith and their lingering obsession with death and the afterlife. When the light fades. One day, if you ever find yourself in Louisiana, take a boat out into the swamp at night. Let the fog close in, listen to the wind whistling through the cypress trees. And if suddenly, you see a faint green light flickering ahead, remember this legend. Would you be brave enough to follow it? Or would you stop, turn back before it's too late? For Feu Follet is not just a light. It is the whisper of the ancestors, the seduction of death, and the warning that there are paths, once taken, there is no way back. Movie camera, and there you have it, my friends, the tale of Feu Follet, the ghostly flame of the Louisiana swamps. A legend both beautiful and haunting, rooted in the hearts and memories of the Cajun people for centuries.